All right, now we got the two guys leading the way on the ground here tonight. First, we'll go with the guy who kind of owned the first half here a little bit with Cole Shively. You know, Cole, this is a tough team for you guys here. Triton's never beaten Pioneer. You've watched for years how they've kind of dominated. For you guys tonight to dominate, what's it like for you guys?
I mean, it was a lot of motivation all week. You know, we prepared for them really hard. We knew it was going to be a battle, but in the end, we knew we were the better team. So that's how we came out with the win.
And unfortunately, like we said, the interception right there early on, but yet how you guys, your mental toughness is something that's so special to watch. For you guys to answer right back and start putting points on the board and then start to kind of find a way to improve each and every play. What's it like? And then in penalties, we also kind of got you down. For you guys, your guy in that huddle, what are you telling your guys?
It's always the next play mentality, so you just got to put in the back of your mind, you know, next play we're going to do the same thing, we're going to go score. So that's our mentality, is we're going to score every play. So that's what we're thinking.
And Anthony, I know that first half things didn't quite go your way, but I tell everybody it's how tough it is for you. I mean, yeah, it don't quite go your way, but for a great player to find a way to make plays when it matters, when late in the game, and both of you did that here tonight. For you, when you finally broke free, I said he wasn't going to stop until he hit the end zone. But the big thing for me is that opening half touchdown. Yeah. You got your hands on that. What was that like?
You know, it was tough in the first quarter and the second quarter. I mean, I was getting stopped. They had keyed in on me. But, you know, I keep that mindset where, like, hey, the game's not over yet. I'm going to break a couple, and that's what I did, you know, and I have some really good blockers. You know, I wouldn't be able to do anything without my blockers. On that one first touchdown I had, Riley and Cameron completely cleared the way for me. It was green grass from there, so it felt good.
Well, you know, and I believe Kayden and I talked during the Bremen game. You know, the quarterback and the running back for all your guys' yards and stuff. I mean, I think a steak dinner's coming for that offensive line. I think those guys have earned a trip for a steak. I mean, you guys got happy cows. You got a place to get some meat.
Yeah, they work really hard. I mean, they're strong. They worked in the weight room really hard, and it's paid off.
Well, guys, I won't hold you no longer, but great game. Got a tough game next week. Go get prepared, but go celebrate with you guys. Have a good night tonight.
Thank you.
Tonight.
Appreciate it.
All right, we got Coach Younis. Coach, your guys here, one of the best starts you guys have had in school history. Now 5-1 on the year. For you tonight, I know that first half was slow going, but the confidence you had in your guys at the end of the half was something truly special. Put that. How important was that touchdown, though, for these guys going into halftime?
It was huge. It was a huge momentum swing for us. You know, I felt like Cole kept us in the ball game early on because, you know, obviously Pioneer, they were keen on Anthony, and they did a great job defending him. But, you know, Cole kept us around, and when we got down there, big players are going to make big plays. And I just said, you know, Anthony, you go to the back of the end zone, Cole, throw it up to him.
And we're sitting there talking tonight. Like I told Tyler, I said that vote of confidence for a head coach, especially in a very key moment of the game, for those guys, that really catapulted them to get up ahead on that scoreboard, and they never looked back.
Yeah, and you know that's something about this team. They, when they start getting that momentum going, they don't stop. You know, they just keep playing, and I love that.
And for the defense, the defense yet again playing so well in the trenches, the linebacking crew. You know, we were watching on film this week. You know, the counters, the things that Pioneer does so well. That linebacking crew did a great job, really keying in on their guys and making those tackles.
Yeah, you know, we worked on it really hard this week. I'm reading our keys, and I felt like for the most part we did well. We had a couple of mental breakdowns, but you know, hats off to our defensive line. I mean, I felt like that was a difference in the ball game. They owned it.
And those guys there, we keep talking how special it is. I mean, with Josh Lemler in the middle, you rotate Tucker Worshman, Cam Shively rotating in, Esai Lemler, who's just been a monster all year. I mean, he's just a sophomore, and Evan Braz. That defensive line, that is a key component, especially as you get further down in the year when things really get tight. A tough defensive line can really win that battle in the trench. These guys are here doing this so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Esai was a pleasant surprise. You know, coming in as a sophomore, we weren't sure. We thought, okay, you know, strength-wise, he's there. But will he be there mentally? And he's been amazing, and it's given us that depth that we need on that line. And, you know, we have confidence in all those guys when they get their opportunity that, you know, they're going to do their job.
And mental fortitude with these guys, when a mistake or a penalty happens, we're not seeing these guys hang their heads. And that's a big thing for this mental fortitude for these guys. The reason why they're 5-1 and why they're doing so well as a coach, that mental fortitude, that's something you can't coach these guys.
Absolutely. And, you know, Anthony, he had that fumble. And when he came over, I looked at him. I said, "You're all right, kid." And he looked at me. He's like, "Oh, I know. Next play." And, you know, and he did. You know, he finished that game for us, and couldn't be more proud of that kid.
So next week, this win here really catapults things, but it's back to work as usual because of a tough game next week down at Judson. It's never an easy place to play.
No. Yeah, you're exactly right there. Judson is an outstanding team. Another opponent that we will see come sectional time as well. And, you know, they've got a stud running back in Cheyenne Allen, but it's not just him. They've got a full team, and so it's going to be a fun game. You know, our kids are hungry. You know, they're going to come to work, and we're going to go over there and we're going to give them our best shot and see what happens.
So with that being said, we're going to hang it up here from the Trojan Tundra. Andy O'Hara with Coach Younis tonight with Tyler Amsden, Caden Atkins, Caden Hummitch, Kenny Barnhart, and the Hall of Famer Orion Lemler. Until next time, Trojan fans, remember the Trojan way.